Coming up on a special two-part edition of Manage, we get up close and personal with porn star Krave and ex-porn star Gia.
When it comes to
people think that all porn stars are whores.
Oh Jesus. Hurtful to know that because of something that you did for survival, you are now placed in a box as the bottom of my fucking shoe.
There's rules to it though. We don't get penetrated by other people.
It's other ways to make money that is a lot better, a lot safer.
Some people get paid $200,
Yeah.
$200-$300. That ain't me. Whereas people working regular 9 to 5, they're not making that. I'm not
making it.
I don't want to.
Where do I sign up?
I would never.
If I wanted to go subscribe to
the
your
subscription.
No, $9.99. If you get all this
And more.
Back in the day, Hot Rod was the shit.
Yeah.
Put your hand over your meat a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Do a little butt with it.
That's what I can.
You know what I'm saying? You get up.
Tonight on a special edition two-part episode of Manage, we talk about everybody's favorite skeleton in the closet, pornography. Though it's something that everybody does when the lights are off, when the lights are on, the world becomes very judgmental about the people that work in this industry. I even myself have done the same thing, and it's also one of the reasons why I felt like it was very important to discuss this topic. No, because you gotta be like 100. Like, yeah, that's why like I'm asking, like, because I want people to understand this.
The first erotic film was produced in the 1880s and proved to be so successful that many others picked up the idea afterwards. Nowadays, the most popular source of pornography is on the internet.
People think it's easy to get naked and have sex with someone on camera with like a whole crew and a director and 3 or 4 different camera people in the room.
A lot of people think that sex work is easy money, and I would challenge that. I could say it's fast money.
Say things like, you know, oh, I guess if I don't get a job soon, then I'll just go make some porn. Especially when it's men, it's just like flat out absurd. Unless you're willing to bottom in gay porn, you're not gonna show up in California and like immediately have lots of jobs.
Jenna Jameson is the richest female porn star with a net worth of $30 million.
In the Journal of Sex Research, female porn stars have higher self-esteem, a more desirable quality of life, and feel better about their bodies than women not in the adult industry.
Porn is not as much money as people think it is.
There is less work and less pay when you are a Black female performer. One thing that people don't talk about in porn a lot is there actually are like white female performers that will actually charge more of a rate for doing IR. And IR stands for interracial. And interracial is not just having sex with an Asian person or having sex with a Latin person. It specifically is for having sex with a Black person on camera, which for me as a Black female performer, I don't get to charge double for every time I fuck a white person on camera, which I would be rolling in hella dough because that's 90%.
I don't think low self-esteem discriminates against anyone. It doesn't matter if you come from a great family or if you come from a not so great background. I struggled my entire childhood with weight, and I never felt attractive or worthy of male attention. And suddenly, my first year of college, I start losing all this weight from making small changes. I started garnering all of this attention from men, and I was never used to it. And I felt like unless I held on to it and kind of did what was asked of me or what was expected of me, it would go away. And after feeling what it was like, that validation and, you know, the compliments for the first time, I did not want that to go away.
Porn sites attract more visitors each month than Amazon, Netflix, and Twitter combined.
People assume that porn sets are, you know, these like cocaine-filled orgies.
Porn stars are 10 times more likely to get HIV than an average person. 10. The porn industry is worth billions of dollars.
Like the porn industry is so much more of a business than people realize. Like every company has a sales team and an accounting department. There's an increase in job uncertainty in your 30s. Like what are you going to do when you stop performing? Because it is physically demanding.
There's so many doors that close once you do porn. I'll never be able to be a school teacher. I'll never be able to work with kids in general. I probably won't be able to adopt a kid. And then there's a lot of companies that won't hire me based on the fact that I've done porn.
A school of thought which says that our culture as a whole, I'm not just talking about the United States or the UK, but many, many countries, is being pornified, and that young people in particular are so exposed to pornography, so young in their lives, that it's materially changing the way males and females relate to each other, the way they think about relationships in a potentially very corrosive, damaging way.
You compromise a lot to be in porn, for sure. So if you're gonna do it, you better make sure it's gonna be worth it for you.
Tonight on Manage, sitting down with us, we had porn star Krave.
What's happening here?
And ex-porn star Gio. Everybody that works in the sex industry is the bottom of everybody's jokes, especially in the LGBT community. So tonight I invited two of my friends and people that have history in the industry.
Welcome back to another episode of Manage. Y'all know me, I'm Jeremiah.
I'm Chad. I'm Lyric London.
And we have a special guest for today's discussion.
Krave.
So hey, what could we be talking about today? America's Hey.
Let's talk about Okay, sorry.
But we're talking about the world's best kept secret, porn. Many people watch it. My assumption is a majority of people probably watch it.
99.9%.
Yeah, but a lot of those same people kind of have not so great judgments about the people who actually are the actors and actresses in the industry. So today our special guest, Krave, we asked him a few questions. He's going to give us a little bit of insight, I guess a little bit of the ins and outs of the industry. Let's give us his perspective.
Yeah, we're trying to figure out why his name is Krave.
So why is your name?
So what's that? Where the name come from?
So why is your name Krave?
Oh, Jesus. Put me all on the spot like that.
Well, come on, now, that's Spanish.
Well, I'm trying to be creative, and, I was like, at first, like, when I first started, like, dancing, I was going by the name of, like, Dare. And I didn't like that name, so it's kind of like that. So I was like, okay, let me think of something more creative, something real catchy. So I was like, what does everybody crave? And then I was like, oh, wait, I can use that. So I was like,
From the beginning of it, like, how did you even get into, like, working in the industry?
So 3 years ago, I was living in Vegas, and I had transitioned from California. Little backstory of myself: I've been a model since I was 17. Exotic dancer. That's pretty much what I did if I was homeless. I really didn't have much to do besides survive and provide for myself.
Right.
By the time I had left California, I think I was probably about maybe 24 at the time. I was dancing there. I was dancing in Phoenix where I started. I got to Vegas. The club I was working at actually shut down. So moving from California to Vegas, I'm not even in Vegas from December 2016. It's now day after Valentine's Day. The club's closed. I have all these bills. I have nothing else that I don't know what I can do, because in reality, I'm a person that works for me. I did the whole, clocking on, and I don't knock anyone that does that. I think I actually commend people that do that. But I'm the kind of guy, I want my own business, my own boss, my own thing.
Yeah, you want to make your own rules.
Yeah, whatever works for me, works for me, but it works for you, works for you.
Absolutely.
So during that time, I was like, what am I going to do? Like, the club's closed, my rent is due in 30 days. I'm not a person that procrastinates. I need to know what's going on now. So went to try to apply for other clubs, and unfortunately, due to that, it was a problem.
Yeah.
You go to all the other clubs in Vegas, if you're not the black boy that is white, or the white boy or Hispanic, you're not, I'm too ethnic.
Yeah.
So I remember looking just randomly online, and I believe it was Twitter, and I saw a link to Bleed It Raw. No, season at the time was Flavor Bros. And I saw how much it was. I'm like, okay, I need to do this. Like, I need to get the money now. I sent them probably every picture that I had known to mankind. And they called me back within, I think, a couple of weeks. The next thing you know, after that, I was doing my first shoot. And I ended up doing 3, 2 of which were success.
Yeah.
One of which was a flop due to just the chemistry, and I just wasn't feeling it. So it was a 3-party situation. I was just not comfortable with how it was going on, so it never happened.
So 3 parties, like
a threesome.
A threesome.
Yeah, it was a threesome. So getting into it, to go back, it was merely to survive. I didn't know what I was going to do.
Right.
You know, my rent was a lot at the time. All the bills I had was a lot. It was just stressful being in a place that I literally just left to go somewhere else. It's like, boom, you got to literally start over. If not, you going to be in a situation she was in 5-6 years prior.
So you said did you start dancing first and then start doing porn?
Yeah. See, I first started dancing, and I started dancing at, what is it called? Marquette. So Marquette, I was like, okay, I don't know how these people are going to perceive me, how they're going to accept me and stuff. So people just started accepting me like probably 2 weeks. So I was dancing. Then when Tumblr was around,
come on, I missed
Tumblr was everything. So I just started like doing like random like jack off videos and dick slinging videos, and not really thinking nothing of it. And I was just like working this little dead end 9 to 5, like working paycheck to paycheck. And the numbers on Tumblr was like going up. So I'm like, okay, yeah, whatever. They ain't gonna do nothing. So porn companies started hitting me up. So I'm like, I don't have what it takes. So other companies hit me up. I'm like, okay, maybe I do. Then there's one company, the first company, it was just too low because it was like, I think 150 or 300 or something like that. Yeah, they try. Cause you know, like when you going into porn, people was like, "Oh, I ain't doing porn. They got paid $1 million to do porn," or you know, stuff like that. People don't know how much, but you have to. Yeah, you have to. Right, and that's unrealistic. You're not making $1 billion to do no damn scene. So the first company I ever worked with was Dog Shot here at the I think at the Western downtown. So I literally did 4 scenes in a row, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant the same day.
No, not the same day. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, like straight. And my first scene was, oh my God, it was the worst. That was the worst experience I had in porn. Everything else was good.
Why was it?
Yeah, so why was it the worst?
Oh, he probably gonna watch this video, but I don't care. Because like I could tell he was inexperienced with like sucking dick. So he was a biter. Like I want from his teeth. So I was trying to toughen it out, being that it was my first time doing it, and it was my first scene. So I didn't want to be like, you know, I'm trying to impress the people. So
Yeah.
oh my God, like the camera guy was recording. He just went to spit, and it landed not on my dick and landed to the side. So I'm looking down, you know. I'm like, what?
So it was just a whole awkward experience.
Yeah, it was red. So basically, I was bleeding up. So
God.
Jeez.
from that day, that was in like, oh my God.
Wow.
Not last November.
That was your first one?
Yes, that was like, and
I
think that scarred me for the rest of my life. Like now, I don't like the head, like at all. Like
I'm out here just trying to figure out how I'm going to make it work. I would not necessarily choose to do a scene or get into like doing porn over working at Bloomingdale.
Right.
So like, how is it mentally? Do you say, is it that you can be like, okay, I'm okay with doing this? Like, I get where you coming from. Like, because your circumstances, like, I gotta pay my bills, I gotta pay my rent. Like, boom, 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 boom. But is that nerve wracking? Like, to even put yourself in that mind frame to even go into it and being like, I'm gonna be all over the place having sex with somebody on the screen.
This is how that happened. My mind has shifted in 2 directions. The first direction was, I need this shit now. I'm not going to wait to go to this interview, this interview, and having to wait for a paycheck. Every day was just flying by.
Yeah.
And so my mind frame was, I'm just going to do this shit, get my money, let that be. I can find another club in the meantime, between time, or if I have to just do this shit for a certain period of time, stack my money, and then get out and do whatever, I would do so.
Yeah.
I was leaving Planet Fitness, and I got a text message from my brother Michael. And he told me, he's like, you're everywhere, right? He's like, you're trending. He's like, you went viral. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, what do you mean? I clicked the link he sent me, and that shit was boom, 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 boom. All over Tumblr, all over Twitter. Not Instagram per se, but the ones during the time, that was 2017. So that was the time of all of that. So I look, and it's like thousands of shares and likes and all that. And I didn't feed into it. I'm just like, oh wow. One side of me was like, oh fuck. Like,
yeah.
In a sense.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry.
So I gotta ask you this. From like your history, how does it happen that you know who you're going to be like partner with in the video? Like you introduced like right before you go on the scene, you meet each other prior to then. How does that flow?
No. So like today, a company hit me up and they was like, I want to film you with such and such. Either you can say yeah or you can say no. I go by, okay, is this person going to make me look good, or is this person going to look good by itself, or is this a good look for me or for my brand? So you got a choice to say yes or no.
Okay, that's dope.
Look, I was not trying to do this in a fame state.
Right.
And I can grab my Bible, my right hand to God. This was not for clout. This was not for attention. This was not for likes, not for social media. I know what my numbers are. I know who I was before all this. It's just whatever. I'm a regular person. But during that time, when it went viral, I was like, okay. And I went home. Got my next call back to do it again. Saving. Next thing you know, I'm now getting booked for dancing events. That is when I started to think logically. I said, okay, this is mainly where this is and what you know how to do. Profit off of that. It just so happened that the larger amount happened to be with this. Yeah. So I was taking whatever they was paying me to strip, but also taking the money from the studio productions, which was nothing besides $250 to $500. Yeah. There is no real money in that. Yeah. And I wish everyone would stop lying, make it seem like it is, because it's not. You don't get paid a lot to do that. You see what I'm saying? So when I took all that in, I was dancing even more. The video shoots with that company began to slow down for some strange reason. I did not know why. And then that's when Breed It Raw contacted me. Mm-hmm. Ended up having a conflict of interest with them due to the fact that they had issues for whatever reasons why, I don't know. And they picked me up. I left that other company, and that's when I started dealing with them. At this point now, I'm still in Vegas. And it just seemed to me like I was beginning to sink. Mentally, I was sinking. Because it's like, now I feel like I'm stuck. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? It's like you were only supposed to do this for this time. Now you're actually doing it. But mentally, I'm just like, okay, Jill, eventually think of a way to get towards the more dancing aspect and leave this shit alone. Yeah. But it was in a sense hard because they tied hand in hand. The people that was doing it with the studio were the ones that also helped book you for the stripping events. I didn't know that you could also do events like that on your own without having to deal with that. But again, during that time, that was the check. This was another check. Yeah. So you add 5 plus maybe 200 or 300, that's $1,200, $1,300. You see what I'm saying? Still not that much to do and endure all of that. But at the time, that's all I knew how to do. You know what I'm saying?
Newsflash, women watch porn too. In fact, a survey published in 2015 found that more than a third of women between 18 and 34 watch pornography at least once a week. Watching, 63% said heterosexual, 44% said lesbian, and interestingly, 13% said gay male. Women claimed they preferred to watch gay porn for many reasons, including the fact that the actors appeared to be genuinely fond of one another in comparison to those in heterosexual sex.
And that's the thing that confuses me too, is because once you get paid, they really make money off of those videos. Forever. Yeah. And that's like, so it's like, it's different from when you do like a movie or certain things, because you most of the time you get royalty checks. Like you continue to get paid off of something you do, depending on the type of situation it
Depending
is.
on who you are.
But I feel like they get over you because they make thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars, and they pay people like $150, $200.
But that's what they sell.
Yeah, and
so the contracts do like
that's
that.
them not knowing their value. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna accept that. Like even starting off, like I knew my value, like $150 for them. Yeah, so
They
they don't.
still
They don't
find
do
classic porn scenes from 10
Yeah.
years ago. They be like, damn, I forgot about this.
We had a conversation about this because I did web series for a couple years, and we started making a lot of money when I first met Krave because we started doing stuff that was a little bit more risque. We started doing video on demand. So the regular scripted series that people were saying they wanted to see, nobody would pay for that. But when we started bringing in more sexier actors, doing sex scenes and adding stories around that, people paid for it.
Yeah.
So that's why, and that's one of the reasons why I stopped working with that particular company, because I got saved and I went through all this stuff spiritually, and I just didn't feel right. So I know if we were making, not being a porn company, that's how
like
we were making.
You know, yeah.
I know for a fact now from being behind the scenes how much money they're making.
But so, is there like a high that you get from the attention though? Is there like something? What's the word? Gratifying. I think that's the word. I'm from Tennessee, so I make up shit. But about being like people's like fantasy, like people being attracted to you, knowing that people are like into you, they're stimulated by you, like you're there, like, you get what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if I'm saying it the right way.
To be honest with that, I'm gonna say I'm flattered if someone finds me attractive. I understand that, yes, I might be that person, you know, whether this, they won't ever see this.
Mm-hmm.
They're only gonna see blonde, space teeth, skinny. That's what they will always see. And if I help fulfill your fantasy for that, that's fine. But for me personally, I never got a gratification like, oh my God, they do this for me. Nah, I was in Dallas and I had someone walk up to me and was like, oh yeah, he's like, I jack up to your videos all the time. I was like, okay.
Yeah,
and I walked up.
weird.
It was weird. And there's some guys that get off to that. They like that. I've seen plenty of porn stars on Twitter and everything like that. They get like this high, like it's cute. And to me, in my opinion, I don't care if I did it or not, I'll say it. It's unattractive that you walk down the street and the first thing someone says is, I jack off to you all the time. Oh my God, the way that you was sucking that man dick or you was getting fucked, how you was fucking. It's like, whoa, well, hi, my name is Gio. Nice to meet you too. You know, so no, I do feel like it's weird and it's strange, regardless if I did it or not. I was honestly not expecting that to come with it. I just, like I said, it was apply, I got it. Okay, when am I about to shoot? Pay my rent, pay my bills. There was nothing that was, I didn't know what was going to come after that.
Yeah.
I was just a regular dude just trying to make it in the world.
Because I'm making a lot of money. And just the turnaround, because one thing that when you have numbers, even when you cross promote from websites like Pornhub and My Vista, like, because once somebody sees, like, for instance, if I'm a viewer, consumer, I'm watching him, and I see the scene a couple times and I want something new. So for instance, let's say he may have a scene that I've seen on Pornhub a couple times, but he got a new scene out. And he may have been free on Pornhub. But now he has OnlyFans, so I'm like, oh, he got this new scene, and I'm horny, so I'm going to go click on this. Because it's usually like that spirit thing, for spiritual people that kind of understand like that sex demon, as we call it, like when you horn it and when you kind of release it, you're like, ooh, move, like I don't need, this bullshit, oh God, I can't believe I just did that. But when you're under that, when you're in that mindset, you will spend money. Mm-hmm. Especially if it's not a ridiculous amount of money. That's why, like, the OnlyFans things, which we'll get into that, it makes a lot of sense, because you'll subscribe to something, let's say it's just $10, and you think about it, like, if you horny enough, you're like, shit, I can spend this at McDonald's tomorrow. Yeah. I get a whole free month of Krave Millennium. Okay, like, I'm just like, I get a whole free month. So it's like, to me, it's genius because I get the business out of it, and that's how we used to kind of play our things too, like sell the sex, because sex does sell.
Fast forward. Okay. You've moved to Atlanta. Mm-hmm. So explain a little bit more about that space that you were in when you were here.
When I first got here 3 years ago, I had just got out of a situation with my ex, who also I did film work with. It was a 4-month situation. I wouldn't even consider it a relationship. It was just something.
And that was who?
Romeo.
Okay, gotcha.
And so after that had ended, I was more so mentally beat up and spiritually beat up. The tears I cried were not over him, it was because of what I did.
Okay.
I was hurt that I subjected myself to something that I do look at now with myself as low.
Mm-hmm.
That I put myself at a low totem pole. I subjectified myself to be lower than. I feel like I embarrassed myself. I embarrassed my family.
And what exactly are you referring to?
The porn network.
Okay. Gotcha.
And so what hit me, I will never forget. I had a friend named Tron. I was in my apartment in Vegas. He sat me down and said, Gio, do you really want to do this? He said, is this what you really want? I can help you find a way to do something, but is this what you really want to do? Because I know what can come with this. And I was like, no, I need to do it. And everything he said was right. So mentally, I was just fucked up about that. I lost everything that I had. Everything I had, literally, I still have the same 2 suitcases I wheeled in from Florida to Atlanta.
Yeah.
That's all I had. So to think about that, then mentally I'm fucked up. I get to Atlanta, I meet somebody else, that goes the way that, I wanted it to go. And introducing me to get out of that.
Yeah.
And make myself feel better. So it was mentally, when I got here, I said, I do not want to do this. Something else is going to have to give because this has to be done.
Yeah.
Would
you say that the relationship that you were in with Romeo kind of sunk you deeper into porn? Mm-hmm. So maybe that's the reason why, like, once you had that breakup, you started having a lot of regrets, like, when it comes to...
Yeah, it did.
Because when I met you, it was recently... I think I met you around the time...
It was like a month after.
Okay,
it was because we did Dirty Talk, and that was in October.
Yeah, I think so.
And we had ended in August, end of August.
Yeah. Because I know it was really fresh.
It was very,
little loose ends.
Yeah, very fresh.
And that's the thing about you that I've always been intrigued by, and one of the reasons why I wanted to sit down and have a conversation with you was because you were a person I feel like honestly could have really, really took over art, like when it comes to what a porn star is. Because, and I feel like when it comes to LGBT male porn stars, you have guys that I feel like do porn, then there are stars. But it's only a few that I feel like have made it to the big.
What's going on? It's your boy Giovanni Valentino here at Juneteenth with my boyfriend, the legendary
Romeo St. James. We hit it off good on the scene, doing porn.
We met during a booking, and I didn't think it was gonna go this far. And here we are, almost 2 months later, making money, traveling, being in love, and all that shit. When you find a boss and you a boss, boss up. That's how I feel it.
That you feel like the biggest misconception is about you as a person when it comes to
people think that all porn stars are whores.
Okay.
Just sleeping with everybody and all about STDs. I be saying that all the time, like, oh, did y'all get AIDS check and all of this stuff, like just taking a picture, like in a picture with a bunch of other porn stars, like, oh, have you got the STD check?
Yeah, get tested
and all this stuff, and you gotta be a strong person to not respond to that because they looking for ammo to like report your page. I'm on my 3rd Twitter.
Yeah,
wow. People
just reporting your shit.
Yeah, report it, and I'm on my 4th Instagram. It's like,
oh yeah, you go through Instagram.
What the hell?
I be thinking I be blocked. I be like, where is he at?
And then they just think that, this is all we do. Like, we're normal people. There's life outside of porn.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not doing porn now. I'm doing porn, but I'm not doing porn. So when I'm not filming, I'm having a normal life. I'm a normal person, even doing porn. Like, I'm still a regular person. I still shit, walk, talk like everybody else. Go to the gym, like to travel, do all of that stuff. But it's like they're so quick to judge porn stars. Like it's people out here doing it for free.
Yeah,
but when but when somebody wanted to put a price tag on it and be public about it, it's like it's a problem.
Yeah, I say that all the time. Yeah,
I just think it's a race thing to me.
Why do you feel like it's race?
Because I feel like the Caucasian side, they're more open and accepting to their race, whereas African American people are just so judgmental. They're doing everything like
everything is like a by the book type of
thing with black people.
Yeah,
it's like you grow up hearing so many negative things about porn or porn stars or such and such, and you automatically start to put these negative, connotations on them when it's like, really, like you said, we're human beings. We do everything regular.
Like Caucasians are more open and free to everything. They're so free spirited.
Absolutely.
The black crowd are just so judgmental.
Absolutely.
So now I've been working, not to be like racist or anything, but I've been working mostly with like Caucasian people because like here in Atlanta, everybody knows each other. Well, I say that because like there's nobody to really film with here. Caucasian people, companies, they pay more than the black companies because they value you, they understand you, they understand all of that stuff. So whereas these little black companies, they want to be cheap, they want to just rip you off, use you up, and forget about you. Then here comes the next talent coming in, and it's like a whole cycle.
That makes sense.
Like,
because you see, especially like on the videos, the comments, you always see if somebody, you have a black porn actor who's now doing interracial scene. It could just be a one-off, then they're typical. You will typically see a comment like, oh, he going on to the white side now, she going on to the white side. But of course, that's part of the industry that we obviously aren't seeing.
Because the Caucasian crowd, they put more production in their videos.
Yes, they do.
Videos look so much better.
Oh, yes.
Money where these black companies, they'll get a place in the bankhead and just film there, and it's like
in the alley. They won't even rent over.
Yeah, it's like you got to
stand in the woods.
The effort is different.
Stand in the woods. Don't put on no lotion. Get out here.
Right.
And that's another thing too. Not to cut you off. I just want to make a general statement. If I can make a PSA to other people that's in the porn industry, I just feel like as an entrepreneur myself, I love that I commend you for your imagery. Because I always said if I was to do porn, you're selling your physical. So a lot of times I don't even have to ask you what do you think is different from you and other people because it's very obvious. Some people don't work out. Nobody. They don't take care of their body. They don't get into anything on the exterior, and they just hop in front of a camera, and then they get mad at how they don't get paid, or I don't get paid as much as this person, and then I look at
when I did the studio stuff. Oh, Gio, it's just so good. It's never an issue, right? Because I'm at work. So of course I'm gonna go out and make myself look nice. That's like when you go to work, you have to have work attire. You have to iron your clothes, look a certain part. I'm doing this, okay, well, I'm just not gonna be on video looking all kinds of crazy. Because we can't talk over that.
You should have smoked first.
So you fine.
No, you fine. Sorry. I just want you to get the cops out. Shifts and stitch on the stage. Yeah, he's squeaking and popping at the
This was, I even had to tell, that individual, well, I remember him saying, like, when you were excited to do this shoot, you've been got haircuts, this and that. I said it wasn't out of excitement, it's the fact it's my job.
Yeah.
So I'm not going, if McDonald's hires me and says you need to be clean cut and groomed, that's that. I'm not going to be on camera. Something that millions of people are going to see. And I have a fucked up haircut. I have my skin is bad. I'm not physically taking care of myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm out of shape. My breath probably look like it stank. You know what I'm saying? Drawers droopy down to the fucking knees. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing that. I'm not gonna walk in just a regular. This is not 2006. Hat tilt to the back, sweatpants down to here, t-shirt. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's be realistic. The aesthetic, like you said, the package it's not packaged correctly. But if that's what you sell, then that's what you sell. I just knew, even though no, this is not what I want to do, I have to make myself look completely different. But it was doing it without doing it because that's just me.
Yeah.
I didn't do that for camera time. I take care of myself on a 365 basis. I get haircut, I get my nails cleaned up, I get my eyebrows fixed. I'm blessed to wear nice clothes and have nice things. At the time, maybe not so as much, but I just knew that I was not going to be on camera looking any kind of fucking way.
Absolutely. And I look at them and I'm like,
because like
it's just
somebody, we're gonna say like a random porn star. They the porn companies see like we make our fans pages or whatever and we post like videos on Twitter and everything. They pay attention to all that stuff too. So if they see you out here working for this company that they know don't pay you anything, they're gonna feel like they're not gonna pay you anything too either. So it's like, okay, they see you out here just fucking him, all these other people. They're like, oh well, he got all these videos out there. Why should I work with him? Why should I pay him, to work for my company when he's all over just doing everything? So I don't film with a lot of people. Like I have my boyfriend and we both do videos together, or I'll branch out, do some different stuff, mix it up, and then I'll come back and that's what it is. But they see you doing a lot of
random videos.
Yeah, like you said earlier, getting pissed on and all that stuff. They pay attention to stuff like that. So it's like you have to keep up with your image, because you have to think about there's millions of people watching you, thousands watching you. So if you are doing crazy shit, like
then you giving away the fantasy for free. So how you take down now? You're chipping at your value,
and then you're always at the club. Like we see you at the club all the time. Like I don't go out unless I'm being paid to make an appearance. So you're not gonna see me out at Barquette or none of these other places, because like I feel like if I can be,
if you're so accessible, yeah.
Why the hell they want to?
Very Mariah Carey-ish. Very, I don't know.
Yes, like you gotta make it make sense.
Yeah,
like
it makes a lot of sense though.
So can I ask a question about your boyfriend? You just brought him up.
Yeah.
So you both do videos as well?
Yeah, we do videos together. Separately, but we have like our own. There's rules to it though. We don't get penetrated by other people. Whereas I did do a first video with Night because it was so. The fans wanted to see it. Yeah. So when I did the foursome with what was it? Night, Fame, and Armand. Yeah. I like to have fun.
No. I'm not judging. I just,
And
it's a lot of work.
Jesus Lord.
Yeah, so we did that scene. So they were mostly focused on me, Fame, and Night, because we were so masculine and dark.
Who's the fourth person?
Armand Rizzo, the little short.
Oh, I think I saw that picture. You know Armand.
Yeah.
I think I saw that infamous picture.
They were more so into wanting to watch us interact than us all like fucking him. And it's like, okay, so that video came out and they're like, oh man, I wish I could have seen you at Night or you and Fame, and y'all should have did that. And it just went on like for a long time. So I was like,
I was one of them people.
Let me see. So yeah, so people was fantasizing about it. So I'm like, I mean, because at the time Night was this big. I'm not a bottom. I'm a power top. All this bullshit. And behind closed doors, you're like super power bottom. So it's like he finally came. I'm not gonna filter anything. He finally came to the point where he wanted to do like verse or bottom on camera. So I was like, oh shit, this is an opportunity for us to like make some money. Yeah. So we did a flip scene and.
Y'all did that with a company or OnlyFans?
OnlyFans.
Okay.
Because like the companies wanted to pay us to do it first, but we just felt like the price they were trying to pay us was not.
So how much? You don't have to, like so you don't have to necessarily say the price, but if you had the double, triple, or quadruple, how much more money do y'all make by doing it yourself than if you got paid from the company?
Triple, quadruple.
Yeah.
Because they only pay you like
small fraction.
Like maybe a couple $100. Some people get paid a couple $100, $200-$300. That ain't me.
Yeah. So if we had to say, I won't say how much money you make a month, but what's your minimum that you feel like that was the less you ever made a month? From OnlyFans, only just making money from OnlyFans, because the people's biggest thing about it is why do people do it and do they actually make money?
Having someone to see a light within me to say, you know what, you better than this. Why are you doing this? Like you are a very attractive man. Like you don't need to subjectify yourself to that. My heart is crying like, help me, please. Like what can I do? Like get me out. Like I don't want to do this. Like, but it's all that I know how to do at this moment. It's all that's available.
Yeah.
Then here comes the stripper. It's Atlanta. They're giving you $120, $150 to be there for 3 hours,
Yeah.
tying your dick off, oiling yourself up, getting a haircut for what? To roll around the floor for $2, $3, $4 funky ass dollars and a $50.
But they don't really tip it.
They don't tip at all. It's not really tip. They don't. You don't tip at all. I will look in the camera and say, you heard it from Gio first. I'm thankful for every booking here, and I mean that. But the audience, the crowd, does not tip at all. It's a free dick show. It's a free ass show. So what better do you get to see an individual that is a hot porn star or one of the people you see in porn walking around? You're only looking at the vision because you know what everything looks like. So what are you paying for?
Yeah.
So getting out of that dark space that I was in, moving here, my only focus was I want to erase all of my past and start completely over. From who I was as that 17-year-old boy walking down the street with every fucking bag on him known to mankind, now being that 23-year-old at the time trying to figure out who I was, trying to figure out what I was going to do with my life. I wanted that person to be erased. I wanted him to be buried. You lived a good life, but now this is the new person.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you that I have not had a regular job in none this year. I done bought 3 BMWs. I done moved my own place. I ain't never came down to my last, so it takes care of me. Like last month, I made $6,400, and that was just all making videos.
Yeah.
And whereas people working regular 9 to 5, they're not making that.
I'm not making one.
Yeah, I'm not making that. I don't hide anything. Like people be asking me stuff like,
where do I sign up?
I would never.
Where's the sign in shit? Because at this point, fuck this man and shit.
I'm averaging $6 a month, and that's just off doing videos. And you know, when I was working a regular job, like, you know, they get paid every 2 weeks, and you got down to your last. I was struggling, you know, catching the bus, working at McDonald's, working these dirty ass. Not everybody makes a decent amount because you can do porn, but that does not mean you're gonna make money. Because now everybody wants to do OnlyFans videos and just your fans videos, but that don't mean you're gonna be successful with it.
Yeah.
Because you have to keep up your image. You got to put out quality work.
Yes.
Like, you can't, like,
we gotta be able to see
put out the same thing. Yeah.
Can't be blurred.
So, yeah, it's all behind how you make your videos, production, or who you film with, and
how is all that process? Like, how easy or hard is it to like produce a video?
To make a video?
Yeah,
it's easy.
I mean, like a good quality video. Use your phone.
Yes, this phone is the best phone in the world. No, okay. Because you know they got those gimbals. Is that what it's called?
Little
you put it on there,
things, yeah.
or you have like a tripod, like those right there. You put it up there. You get the right image. I mean, the right angle. You know, you record what people want to see.
You record from like different angles.
Yeah,
like you like come in.
Some people have more than one camera set up.
Yeah.
You know, it's just all about how you want to do it. So, or you can have a cameraman. Like, I have a cameraman because I want my shit to look good. So I pay somebody to record my videos for me.
Wow.
So you have to put money in it. You have to put money in it to get money back.
No. Wow.
Unapologetic. It's like you can be successful with, like, it's people making 50 grand a month, 100 grand a month. It just depends on what you're giving people and your audience and, you know, what it is. Now, if you just somebody out here just, you know, got your price, and then it depends on what your price is.
Yeah.
How do you decide your price? How do you determine?
Say they request a video that I don't want to do, but they really want to see it. Like, I'll set my price at, you know, a high price.
Yeah.
But, like, if I see that the subscriptions aren't coming in like that, then you do, like, a discount. And that's where you'll get more and more people coming in. Then you put out something hot, and then, you know, your price back up. You know, you want to fluctuate your price.
Just go off of the flow of how they're buying and subscribing.
Some people feel like $20 a month is too much. Some people feel like $10.99 is too much. Some people got their shit at $2.99. It just depends, because they still take a percentage out of what you're making. Like, they take, I think, 30% of what you're making. So if you got your shit at $4.99, you're not gonna get nothing but like $2 and some change on that. So it's like you have to know your value. So I just feel like, okay, these people want to request all of these videos. They want to see this, they want to see that. And I'm trying to eat too, so I'm gonna set it at a price where I can survive.
Yeah. So what's your price right now? What are you?
I put it at a discount price. I think it's $11.99.
Okay.
But it's normally $19.99.
You hear it here first, guys. $11.99.
Let me subscribe real quick.
So it just depends. Millennium.
It just depends. Like now, if you just now started off.
So I need to start mine at $2.99. What would you say I would need to start mine at?
I think a good start off price would probably be $4.99 to $4.99 to $9.99. Because when I started off, I had mine at $9.99.
Okay.
That's
so why I can't start off? Why you gonna give me $4.99?
I'm saying you could start off at $4.99.
He has a fan base already.
No, I know. I'm just
yeah, and that's the thing. You cannot make a fans page without the following. You got 100 followers. You have 100 followers, and you want to make a fans page? What? I don't know how many people that came to me and like, oh, I want to join OnlyFans, and I click on their Twitter page. It's like, you got a couple hundred followers.
Yeah.
You don't have no views on your stuff. You don't have any retweets. So it's like you have to build that up first. Yeah. You got to put out the quality. You have to make people want to follow you. You got to make people want to buy your shit.
Yeah.
So many porn stars are struggling with mental illness.
But do you think there is some sort of post-traumatic stress that is in you from this experience?
Yes, and I think it kicks in mostly when I go out in public because the stares I get, I feel like people can see through my clothes, and it brings me deep shame. It makes me feel like I lost all right to my privacy, which I did because I'm one Google search away.
Like when I met you, when I met a lot of people, because those of y'all that don't know, I used to work for a production company, and we did kind of like a softcore series, and I met a lot because it was easier to get guys that were porn stars and were comfortable with their body, even though it was fake sex.
Right.
We were doing
it was easier to do.
Yeah, but when I started to meet y'all on a personal level, it just gave me a better respect for y'all as individuals and not being so judgmental, which is one of the reasons why I wanted to make sure that I presented it on a bigger platform for everybody to see that you all have stories and that you all are human and that we all go through shit.
Exactly.
But I've always been so because even on a personal level, like for instance, I've done certain things where, I may have not been interested in the person. It may have not been sexual, but I may have let somebody spend money on me, or we call them sugar daddies. Now everybody's sugar daddy. We got city girls to think of that. Yeah, everybody has sponsorship and stuff. And then, like I say to people all the time, a lot of people fucking for free.
Oh yeah.
So I always be like, if I'm gonna be out here fucking like that, I always have respect for a motherfucker that's gonna get that coin. You know what I'm saying? I've always said that, but I always, for me personally, when it comes to me doing it, I just feel like spiritually there's a lot of you that you lose in that realm of.
You just struck the biggest nerve. Okay.
Yeah, like when you share yourself with somebody like that on a personal level, sexually, I just feel like it does something to you, and a lot of people that do it, they try to deny it.
Okay, let me just keep. Y'all know we gonna keep. If y'all know me, I always keep it 1,000 at all times.